Professor Ian Holliday, Ms. Sarah Lee, fellow former dean, president of our Medical Alumni Association, parents, colleagues, and above all, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. The 2024 Olympic Games are almost upon us, so it is a great privilege to have Hong Kong Olympic medalist Sarah Lee as our guest of honor today. Sarah has shown what hard work, determination, and the right training conditions can achieve. While the Olympics represent the pinnacle of athletic endeavor, they are also a metaphor for our own efforts here at HKUMed. Excellence needs to be cultivated. It needs a breeding ground, and that can challenge and bring out the best in people, and that can give them the strategies, tools, and human support to take things to the next level. This is well articulated in the Olympic motto of faster, higher, stronger, together. To align with the Olympic theme, we have chosen to adapt an art piece based on Raval's School of Athens fresco as an illustration of the oikos of HKUMed. Oikos, in ancient Greek, means the family and the family's house. This iconic Renaissance painting exemplifies an environment of scholastic excellence of the ancient Greeks. Art historians have pored their heads over this masterpiece for centuries, analyzing and deciphering the details Raval embedded in many characters, including Plato, Aristotle, Euclid, Pythagoras, Archimedes, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Socrates, etc., etc. A mix of elite minds who lived at different times across antiquity and the Renaissance. The diverse congregation of talents in this painting parallels that of HKUMed and alludes to the same theme of pursuit of excellence and perseverance in academic endeavors. Do you recognize the Plato, Aristotle, Archimedes, or Michelangelo of this oikos of HKUMed? Now, strewn across the steps, the drawing also features our key hubs, including teaching and learning, research, and clinical services to the community. I thank Serena Yu, a student of the MBBS class of 2025, for her beautiful illustrations that have significantly enhanced the presentation of my State of the Faculty Address 2024 booklet that you have in your hand. Within the oikos of HKUMed, we have, over the past year, introduced new initiatives and continued to implement others that all aim to make us faster, higher, and stronger. The together aspect was reinforced by the formation of a new leadership team in February. The team has been expanded to be interdisciplinary, to cover emerging areas such as the growth in our partnerships, and to include both veterans and rising talent. This dynamic expansion will, I hope, convey a sense of inclusiveness and togetherness so that we can all lift the corners of the faculty to higher levels of excellence. I would like to offer my warmest appreciation and thanks to previous deanery members, Professor Vivian Lin, the outgoing Executive Associate Dean, Professors Joseph Lui and Brian Lang for Clinical Affairs, Professors W.K. Leung and Michael Huynh for Research, and Professors Victor Lee and George Tipple for Teaching and Learning, for laying a strong foundation for my new team to work on. Thank you all. Let me now tell you about the highlights of the past year and how we are striving faster, higher, stronger, and together across all areas of our work. In teaching and learning, HKUMed has had a very fulfilling and energetic year, receiving affirmations of our excellence and opening new pathways for even better things to come. The bar is definitely being lifted higher. Last September, the Medical Council of Hong Kong visited us to conduct a review of the MBBS program. They gave a glowing assessment and praised our adoption of technological and pedagogical innovations, our enrichment year, and our collaborations on interprofessional education and practice. One of the newly developed MBBS initiatives is the 140 curriculum, which is being fully implemented in the coming academic year. Students will receive 4 to 8 weeks of basic clinical training during general clerkship in years 4 and 5, including an 8-week cancer medicine block. An emphasis will also be placed on primary care and interdisciplinary collaboration, global health, and the integration of Chinese and Western medicine. Another key development is the idea of students as partners. More than 25 teaching and learning resources are now under development by students in partnership with their teachers. These resources range from things such as clinical interactive worksheets and flashcard resources to gamified learning and simulated practicals. We now have more than 100 student co-designers and more than 50 teachers working on these projects together. The Students in Medical Education Initiative, or SIME, S-I-M-E, is not only about creating new resources. We also embrace peer and near-peer teaching, which prepares today's students to become tomorrow's teachers. As word has spread of the positive effects of MBBS peer teaching, other programs, such as nursing, have adopted this approach. The broad appeal of student involvement led us to expand the SIME initiative to embrace all disciplines within the faculty. It is now called Students in Medical and Health Sciences Education, SIMSE, and it is lifting the bar of the student involvement in learning across all undergraduate programs at HKUMed. On technologies, we are all aware that generative artificial intelligence, Gen AI, and virtual and augmented reality are changing not only medical education, but medicine itself. To ensure our students have opportunities to master these new tools, we have gathered interested students and teachers together to set up the Education Technology EdTech team at HKUMed. Fittingly, it is headed by Professor Gary Lau, who is also the director of SIMSE, so there is motivation from the top to find synergies between EdTech and SIMSE. The faculty has also earmarked funding for Gen AI projects initiated by students or by students with their mentors. Amidst all the excitement of our new technologies, we have not lost sight of the fact that it is the people and the human touch that matter most in learning and patient care. Our students face enormous pressures, and we have introduced support services to help them meet their psychological and emotional needs. As such, we have introduced a peer support element through student wellness counselors. More than 200 peer supporters to date have completed mental health, first aid, and other training. Our education programs benefit from strong community support too. We thank the Aspiration Foundation, who recently very kindly extended the support with another 10 million Hong Kong dollars donation for our Second Chance scheme, which enables us to recruit students from more diverse backgrounds who recognize in themselves a calling to medicine. The success of the Second Chance scheme inspired us to launch a graduate entry medicine program that will provide a pathway for students with a relevant undergraduate degree who are deeply motivated to become medical practitioners. This bespoke 4-year program will have the added benefits of accelerating the training of suitable candidates to help meet medical manpower needs in Hong Kong and further diversify the professional landscape. Research. HKUMed has made significant and important contributions to medical and health research. Recently, a record 31 of our colleagues were named to the prestigious Highly Cited Researchers 2023 list by Clarivate Analytics. But, and there is a but, it is one thing to publish, and another to translate findings into applications. The Hong Kong and central governments have recognized the need to ramp up innovation and research translation with investments in Hong Kong and the Greater Bay Area, GBA. Accordingly, HKUMed has taken a deep look at our own organization to see how we can be better fit for purpose on research translation. In particular, how we can be faster in realizing commercialization opportunities from our research and bringing the benefits to patients. The result is the new Technology Transfer Unit, TTU. Within its first year of operation, TTU has already established or reinforced networks with partners such as pharmaceutical companies, venture capitalists, government offices, IP experts, and international tech incubators. In March, it co-organized the HKUMed Techno Entrepreneur Mixer Day with the School of Clinical Medicine. Coming up, the TTU will form an external entrepreneur advisory panel to solicit professional advice and input on commercialization and market exposure. It also aims to build capacity among both students and staff. A student technology transfer ambassador scheme will be launched to provide networking and internship opportunities for students and encourage them to enter startup competitions. And courses will be offered on commercialization and entrepreneur activities for PIs, research staff, and students. Our drive to get our research out of the lab and to patients also involves more clinical trials. The Hong Kong U Clinical Trials Center, which celebrated its 25th anniversary last year, has overseen more than 2,000 phase 1, 2, and 3 clinical trials, the most common of which involve cancer. Recently, therefore, the Center of Cancer Medicine created a webpage listing ongoing cancer trials and research projects from across the faculty to encourage more collaborations between scientists and clinicians and more referrals of potential patients to participate in trials, giving a higher profile to translational research. In fact, translation and commercialization are not new to HKUMed. We have had many successes over the years. Our main goal now is to build on those foundations and escalate this activity. Our 5 Inno-Hong Kong centers have had many achievements over the past year, including 6 spin-off companies, multiple awards at the 49th International Exhibition of Inventions of Geneva, and more than 10 patents published. One final highlight in research that I would like to acknowledge is the generosity of our donors in supporting our research endeavors. This past year, we were very fortunate to receive an exceptional pledge of 200 million Hong Kong dollars from Mrs. May Tam for advancing research on neuroscience and cancer and related community engagement. Mrs. Tam has been very supportive of our faculty over the years, and she can trust that we will make sure that every penny counts. In clinical affairs, of course, our research and education programs require abundant access to clinical settings, which is largely provided by the 4 key partners of the Hong Kong U Health system. Many of these settings are in hospitals, but we are also keen to support other areas of clinical work to make our system stronger. Recently, we welcomed the government's heightened priority on primary health care. HKUMed is a firm advocate for improving and supporting the primary health care provision in Hong Kong. Many of our academics were directly involved in developing the primary health care blueprint, paving the way for improving health for all people. Here, I would like to extend thanks to all of them, especially Professor Cindy Lam, who retired last month, and whose research and advocacy demonstrated the health benefits of primary care. Earlier this year, we established the HKUMed Comprehensive Primary Healthcare Collaboratory, CHPC, to consolidate all our primary healthcare activities in one place so that we can advocate as one voice to elevate primary healthcare standards for patients and strengthen primary healthcare undergraduate and postgraduate teaching programs. Pharmaceutical services are closely intertwined with primary care, so we have also established a primary care community pharmacy. This is the first on-campus teaching pharmacy in Hong Kong. It provides opportunities for experiential learning and interdisciplinary collaboration and a testing ground for innovative service models, such as public-private partnership. We are also supporting primary care research through conducting systematic health surveillance and evidence-based assessments of trends and health threats that inform the allocation of health resources. And we have advanced the use of big data analytics to improve clinical and community practice. Recently, the Hong Kong U Health System Clinical Center was established to provide continuous support and improvements for research and teaching. It has received accreditation from the American Heart Association to provide life-saving courses for MBBS undergraduates before they graduate. And it will disseminate knowledge on cardiopulmonary resuscitation to the wider community. The Hong Kong U Shenzhen Hospital merits a special mention here for the good work it has done to contribute to the GBA in terms of translational research, healthcare integration, and healthcare innovations. It continues to be an important part of our clinical landscape. In human capital, we now come to the most important part of the Olympic motto, doing all this together. People are at the heart of our success, so we have been providing more and more opportunities for staff to connect, from a staff common room to services aimed at well-being, such as e-therapy, urban gardening, a healthy lunch initiative, and creating a Hong Kong HKUMed running community to race in the Standard Chartered Hong Kong Marathon 2024. To get more people to power us towards our goals, the 140 for 140 recruitment drive is going strong after being put on hold during the pandemic. And we have revived roadshows to London and Manchester, Vienna, San Diego, Atlanta, and Montreal. The first two destinations were done jointly with the Hospital Authority, HA, who have invited us to join a dual-track appointment scheme for eligible candidates to work concurrently in both Hospital Authority and Hong Kong HKUMed, a win-win situation. The university has also recognized the need to recruit more practice track professors by increasing the cap on this group from 20% to 50% of our professoriate staff, covering not only medicine, but also Chinese medicine, nursing, pharmacy, and public health. New discipline-specific appointment and promotion criteria have been submitted to the Senate for approval that more clearly sets out clinical services to be a standalone area of achievement alongside research, teaching and learning, and knowledge exchange and services. These efforts are benefiting our recruitment endeavors. We welcome Professor Michael Hauser, the new director of the School of Biomedical Sciences, and Professor Khulud Al-Jamal, head of pharmacology and pharmacy. In addition, Professors Wei Jia and Clara Lau have been recruited in the area of integrative medicine, and Professor Peter Tan in family medicine. We are now in the process of recruiting directors for the Medical Ethics and Humanities Unit, Integrative Stroke Chinese Medicine, and Biomedical Engineering. Partnership and engagement. One other dimension of togetherness is partnership and engagement. Some recent outcomes for our partnership efforts include new intercalation opportunities for MBBS enrichment year students with the University of Nottingham that will start in 2025-26 academic year, and a PhD articulation pathway with the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine that will be available to selected students in the M24 cohort. Internships are essential in several of our programs, and the B Biomedical Sciences program has developed more choices for summer industry internships. The new BSc Bioinformatics is in the process of arranging industry internships. And the BASC in Global Health and Development has expanded the lineup of national and international agencies to serve as hosts for internship. The B Chinese Medicine has also resumed summer exchanges on the mainland and overseas, while the B Farm is expanding teaching and learning activities on the mainland. We also recently engaged in a talent development initiative with the National Health Commission with the support of the Hong Kong Jockey Club to enable top healthcare professionals from the mainland to enroll in our PhD programs. Another major engagement is with the China Consortium of Elite Teaching Hospitals, which has revived activities post-pandemic. We have been involved in various meetings and conferences, visits, joint tours to the US, and exchange program this summer for students from the Peking Union Medical College. The next activity will take place in Hong Kong this November, when we will showcase our EdTech and SIMSI achievements. Campus development and infrastructure. We continue to pursue many plans and preparations to expand and develop our campus so that we can accommodate more students and staff and reach ever higher pinnacles of excellence. Several premises have had telepresence technologies installed in the past year to virtually connect teaching venues for team teaching, distance training, and interactive learning. In the next couple of months, the William Wong block will be further renovated to offer more such technologies. Looking further ahead, the Estates Building and Pauline Chan Building are also being refurbished to provide more laboratory and office space 2 years from now. The Clinical Training and Amenities Center on the top of Sargent Road will be built over the next few years to offer both training and residential space and support for medical students during the clinical years. And our proposed new academic superstructure on the other side of number 3 Sargent Road received Town Planning Board approval last year. This will help to provide more space for both research and teaching. Beyond Sargent Road, the redevelopment of Grantham Hospital is in good progress and will host the Jockey Club Center for Clinical Innovation and Discovery and the Jockey Club Institute of Cancer Care, both led by HKUMed. We are also investigating refurbishment of the laboratory block and redevelopment of the Patrick Manson building. So rest assured, we will have space to grow and reach the heights to which we aspire. To end, the Olympic spirit is cultivated by gritty persistence and determination to reach one's goal, whatever the obstacles. Sarah is a living example of this. She grew up in a small flat in a public housing estate and encountered serious injury, as we heard earlier on, during her training. Yet, she persevered to become an Olympic medal-winning athlete more than once. We can all learn from her example. Here at HKUMed, we have built up our global reputation despite our small size in comparison to other major medical schools in the world. We are driven by the pursuit of excellence and the desire to improve health for all. We want to go higher and be faster and stronger. And in line with the Olympian motto, we want to do this in a spirit of solidarity and mutual respect. I hope the Olympic spirit will inspire and motivate you in your future careers and service. Be the best, but remember, in healthcare, you cannot attain that goal alone. You need to collaborate with others and bring a human touch to all that you do. Let me close by wishing our Olympic athletes all the best in Paris next month. I hope they enjoy the chance to shine. And similarly, I hope all graduates will shine in their future endeavors. Please keep us in the loop and let us know how you fare. Thank you very much.